Analysis now with Barbara Slavin. She's the director of the Future of Iran initiative at the Atlantic Council think tank. Good to have you with us, Barbara. So John Bolton, very much seen as the architect of the hard-line policy towards Iran. Does the fact that he's gone now signal a shift in the White House approach towards Tehran?
Well, we're all waiting to see if this is followed by some actual substantive change in U.S. policy, particularly regarding sanctions. As you know, the Iranians have said that the United States must ease sanctions, that the U.S. embargo on the export of Iranian oil is unjust. And we've seen Iranian steps escalating their own nuclear program in reaction to the U.S. oil embargo. So I'm waiting to see if there will be concrete steps following this. But it is a good event because John Bolton has been extremely hawkish on Iran. He's advocated military strikes on Iran. And so that is one less voice in Washington near the president advocating a militant policy toward Iran.
Right. He was advocating maximum pressure on the regime in Iran. Do you think now that he's gone, it could pave the way towards a direct meeting between President Trump and Iran's President Rouhani?
I'm still a little bit skeptical about that. Again, I'm waiting to see whether the United States, for example, now decides to endorse a proposal by the French president, Emmanuel Macron, which would provide a $15 billion credit line to Iran to purchase food and medicine from European companies. If the United States signs off on something like that, then there's a possibility. But, you know, for Iran, this is a big step to have their president meet an American president. It didn't happen under Obama, even when there were direct nuclear negotiations. So I think the most we could hope for would be a kind of de-escalation on Iran's part. They might, for example, go back into full compliance with the nuclear agreement and stop breaching certain limits in that agreement. That would be a very good step. We might also see fewer incidents in the Persian Gulf. So I'm hoping for a de-escalation of tensions, not necessarily the United States and Iran.
But the White House policy of exerting maximum pressure and taking a very hard-line position towards Iran, of course, was greatly applauded by Israel, who were big fans of John Bolton's approach. So how do you think this is going to sit with them and the possible softening of the White House position towards Iran?
Yeah, I don't think Bibi Netanyahu is very happy today. You know, he's running for re-election, and you may remember that the Iranian foreign minister, Javad Zarif, has spoken of a so-called B team in terms of U.S. foreign policy or foreign policy in general, and John Bolton was a member of that, Bibi Netanyahu, and the third B was Mohammed bin Salman, the de facto leader of Saudi Arabia. So I think there's probably some consternation both in Jerusalem and in Riyadh over the firing of John Bolton.
Barbara, great to speak with you. Thank you very much indeed for that. Barbara Slavin in Washington, D.C. there.